Today we're discussing Fleet of the Future with Bottomline founder Leon van Biswijk and DFS Senior Regional Sales Manager George Bastos. Listen as we examine the role of fleet management when it comes to supply chain optimization and why it's important for retailers to optimize their supply chain. We also discuss the DFS and Bottomline partnership and the solution they bring to the market. Learn more about this partnership and the value it could add to your business. Good morning. Thank you both for joining us today. How are you?
Good morning, Khadija. All good here.
Morning.
Perfect. So enabling supply chain visibility so all stakeholders know where fuel shipments are at all times and in real time is important for fleet management. However, this is easier said than done. What is the role of fleet management when it comes to supply chain optimization? George, I'll come to you first.
So fleet management is pivotal in optimizing the supply chain, especially in the fuel industry where we operate, DFS and Bottomline. It involves managing and tracking the fuel deliveries from depots to stations with the maximum possible precision. That's the challenge. With solutions like Bottomline, now fleet managers, they can plan, they can execute, track, and reconcile the deliveries in an efficient way. This real-time visibility, and we call it also smart planning, our optimization, ensures a timely deliveries. It will improve the cost reduction, and therefore it will improve in overall the supply chain responsiveness.
Yes, and Leon, do you have anything to add to that?
Well, I do agree with George, but in addition to that, in my opinion, the role of fleet management is to provide the planners with the right tools to achieve the objectives that George was talking about. Supply chains are complex, and there are many stakeholders, multiple objectives, and every day there are unexpected issues like product availability issues, truck breakdowns, driver sickness, unexpected higher demand, traffic jams, product price changes, and emergency orders. And you can only expect so much from your planners. So to give them the right tools to see what's going on and to react quickly and adequately is of the highest importance, I believe.
Yes, indeed. And Leon, can you explain in more detail what supply chain optimization is and why it's important for fleets?
In my mind, supply chain optimization is two things. It is the competence to strike the right balance between capacity and demand, but it's also, secondly, to make the right operational decisions with the goal to minimize the unit cost within the SLA agreed with customers. But let me first talk about the right balance between capacity and demand. This has to do with the number of vehicles that you need in a fleet and the ability to scale up or scale down fast and without cost. Because in case there is more capacity versus demand, everyone in the supply chain becomes lazy. I've seen it many times, resulting in lower truck performance and higher unit cost. But in case there is less capacity versus demand, the SLA agreed with customers cannot be met. And often this results in firefighting and also in a higher unit cost. So that's the first point, trying to strike the right balance between capacity and demand. But assuming the balance is right, we are not there yet. The next thing that needs to happen is to make the right operational decisions. Often, experienced planners can do a good job. But our experience at Bottomline is that in complex supply chains, there is a need to use algorithms and AI to get the best decisions and the lowest cost.
Thanks, Leon.
George, how can fuel retailers optimize their supply chain from depot to tank?
Well, they can optimize their supply chain by leveraging solutions like the Bottomline supply chain optimization solution. That is our offer, and that is our challenge to the market. This suite of applications allows for the efficient order generation, trip planning, execution tracking, and trip reconciliation. So by using real-time data and advanced algorithms, this is what the Bottomline suite is bringing to us. Retailers can enhance trucking efficiencies, maximize drop sizes, and avoid runouts, ultimately by reducing the costs and improving the service levels. This is what we are offering with the Bottomline.
Leon, do you have anything to add to that?
How George explained it, it's spot on. But maybe what I can add is my vision for the future. So how I believe that few retailers in the future can optimize their supply chain from depot to tank. Because at Bottomline, we believe the end game is autonomous planning in real time. We are talking to many oil and gas companies about moving to that end game, and we have technology to support that. The vision is to replan trucks every hour based on algorithms and real-time data, with the objectives to avoid inefficiencies in the supply chain and to reduce safety buffers.
Why is it important for retailers to optimize their supply chain? Leon, I'll go to you first.
Well, it comes back to competitive advantage. Few retailers who are striving to become MEC, most efficient competitor, are in the best position to increase their volumes and are in the best position to keep or increase their profit levels.
Thank you. And George?
But totally agree. I will just add that they need to also focus on the customer satisfaction. So it will help to reduce the operational costs, enhance the deliveries, and improves the efficiency and focus also in the final customer satisfaction. There is a huge investment from the oil companies when it comes to the supply chain management.
And I know that George touched on this a bit earlier. However, Leon, can you tell us more about Bottomline supply chain optimization solution?
Yeah, sure. Our supply chain optimization solution optimizes from depot to tank. So what we do is we basically look at both the depot cost and the transport cost while making plans for trucks. And the solution has three parts to it: planning, execution, and reconciliation. In the planning phase, we plan CMI orders received from the customer, and VMI orders calculated based on inventory levels, onto available trucks, taking into account all the supply chain constraints and with the goal to minimize the cost. In the execution phase, we send the plans to the driver app to inform truck drivers where they need to load, where they need to deliver, and to enable them to provide us with all the trip data and all the trip documents. And in the last phase, the reconciliation phase, we basically check the information we receive back from the driver, the trip data and the trip documents, to ensure that all the data is correct and complete before we send these data to ERP for invoicing.
That's great, thanks. And George, do you have anything to add?
I will say that, our solution or Bottomline solution provides the real-time visibility. It improves the trucking efficiencies, supports better the decision-making through advanced algorithms that we have in the suite and analytics. And in summary, it's an essential tool for any fuel retailer looking into optimize their supply chain operations.
George, can you tell us, what does investment in this type of solution mean for fleet managers?
Investing in Bottomlines means fleet managers gain access to state-of-the-art tools that will significantly enhance their operational efficiency.
Leon, would you like to comment on that?
The beauty of investing in supply chain optimization, especially our solution, is that there's a really good return on investment. We have seen at our customers that they can save between 5 and 10%, of course, depending on how sophisticated they work today. while the investment in the implementation and the use of the software is somewhere between 1 and 2%. So as I said, it's a really good return on investment.
George, I'm interested to know, in your opinion, what will supply chain optimization look like in the next 10 years?
In 10 years, Jen, well, I'm an AI enthusiast, so and other technologies. So I would say that in the next decade, the supply chain optimization will be driven by advanced artificial intelligence algorithms, Internet of Things, blockchain technologies. It will be totally automated, I think, and I believe, even using drones for transportation, and we will have people behind just allowing or not allowing what the algorithms are suggesting us, improving routes, improving the efficiency of the supply chain optimization and all the steps on the planning, on the delivery, on the execution, consolidation in the end. So I believe that it will become fully automated, because today you still have planners using tools that gives them algorithms. And I believe that in 10 years, you will not have planners using the tools. You will have probably planners or people approving, using tools to approve the suggestions that we are getting.
And Leon, would you like to comment on what it might look like in the next 10 years?
Well, I fully agree with George. And as I said before, the end game is clear to us and to the market. It is autonomous planning in real time. And Bottomline is investing already in that today. We are investing in state-of-the-art algorithms that will make this end game possible. Our algo team consists of award-winning experts from universities. But at the same time, we are also advising and encouraging our customers, business partners, and suppliers to invest in more real-time data, because the more sophisticated algorithms based on AI and more real-time data together will drive this end game. And my opinion, in 10 years' time, the way we work in the supply chain will be completely different from how we work today.
Very interesting. And lastly, what is the value of the DFS and Bottomline partnership? George, I'll go to you first.
This partnership between DFS and Bottomline clearly brings significant added value to our customers. So it is combining DFS industry-leading expertise in the fueling solutions with the advanced Bottomline supply chain optimization technology. And we had a gap in our offer as DFS in the supply chain optimization. And that's the beauty of the partnership. We are bringing a partner that has around 30 years of experience and development over a suite solution that it will allow us to close that gap in our end-to-end solutions. The customers, they will benefit from a seamless integration of hardware and software, because we are manufacturers of hardware solutions. So like the automatic engaging that then you have in the station, that you can have also in the trucks that are doing the transportation, and they are part of the supply chain optimization. We have the forecourt controller that is in the station. So like this, you are able really to deliver end-to-end solutions to your customers.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a very valuable partnership that we are starting to work, and we really believe we will succeed in the countries that we are operating.
It's great to hear. And Leon?
Well, what can I say more? It's a strong partnership. Both companies are fully focused and dedicated on serving fuel retailers with technology and with services. And now also with the software solution for logistics. Personally, I believe the triangle that we put in the market with on one end the ATG, the ProGauge ATG, on the other hand wet stock management, and then on the third end the Bottomline software solution for supply chain optimization is a very strong triangle and delivers a lot of value to our customers, our joint customers.
Thank you. Well, this has been incredibly insightful. Thank you so much both for your time this morning.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Pleasure. Thank you all.
Thank you for listening to Fleets of the Future. We hope you enjoyed this episode with Leon and George. If you'd like to support the podcast, feel free to share it with others, post about it on social media, or leave a review. To catch all the latest from Dover Fueling Solutions, you can follow us on LinkedIn or visit our website www.doverfuelingsolutions.com. Thanks again, and we'll see you next month, where we continue to fuel the conversation.